From clutch goals to jaw-dropping saves, these are the 10 crazy last-minute moments in football. And first up, Sergio Ramos became Captain Clutch on the biggest stage in European competition, the 2014 Champions League final, and Real Madrid was facing Atletico Madrid in the Madrid Derby. See, coming into this one, a lot was riding on it for Real, because they hadn't won the competition for 12 years, but Atleti wasn't prepared to give them an easy match in the final. And against the run of play, they took the lead. All through the second half, it looked like Atleti would be able to hang on for the win. And with time running out, some Madrid fans had already given up hope and had even started walking out of the stadium when they got a corner in the 94th minute. And with virtually the last play in the game, Sergio Ramos did this. Captain Clutch! Ramos' goal rescued the game for Real, and they went on to win an extra 4-1. Amazing! Starting to feel like Madrid has something special with late goals in this competition. You can never write them out. Just ask the Atleti fans or Manchester City. The semi-finals of the 2022 Champions League, and after losing the first leg 4-3, Madrid knew if they wanted to make it to the final, they had to win. But with 73 minutes gone, Riyad Mahrez scored a beautiful curler to put City in front, and almost sent Madrid packing. The 89th minute, and it was so bad that Madrid's chances of qualification at the time were 1%. I'm saying all of this because I don't even know how to explain what happened next, man. 2-2, but they still needed one more goal. And it's so certain that the City defense is going to tighten up now. And what the heck, bro? Damn, Madrid forced the game into extra time and got a pen to win it 3-1 and advance on aggregate to the final. Rodrigo's brace sent Madrid to the final, but Lucas Moura's hat trick turned an entire team into movie characters. Get this, Spurs were facing Ajax in the Champions League semi-final second leg, and Ajax held the advantage coming into this one. Back then, away goals were still a thing, so after winning 1-0, all they had to do was keep Spurs from scoring, and they'd be on their way to the final. They made it even better when they took the lead and doubled it to make it 2-0. Now, Ajax was in the driving seat, so even when Spurs pulled one back through Lucas Moura to make it 2-1 and leveled the game on the night at 2-2, it still looked like Ajax was in cruise control until the game got into added time and the drama was just about to begin. Spurs kept pressing the Ajax defense, but they didn't cave in until the final Spurs attack, one last chance, and the mission impossible was complete. No freaking way! They pulled it off! And look at the Ajax players dropping dead, like the Night King's army from Game of Thrones. I haven't seen scenes this crazy since Sergio Roberto completed the greatest comeback in Champions League history. When Barcelona faced PSG in the Champions League round of 16 second leg, no one even gave them a chance. Despite having arguably the greatest attacking trio of all time, the MSN, they lost the first leg 4-0. And at the time, no one had ever come back from 4 goals down before, so history was on PSG's side. But it didn't seem like it after 50 minutes, because Barca had taken a 3-0 lead to make the game 4-3 on aggregate, and only needed one more goal to tie the match. But because away goals were still a thing, PSG only needed to score one more. And right after Edinson Cavani bagged in the 62nd minute, it felt like the Barca dream was over. But one man was determined to keep the hope alive: Neymar. He kept pushing the Barca charge, and after scoring a free kick and a penalty in the game, he had Barca back to within one goal of making it through. Only problem was, they'd almost run out of time. Seconds left, and they became so desperate that they sent the goalie up in one final attack. And as Neymar floated the cross in, it looked like it had gone past everyone, except this guy, Sergio Roberto. He completed the remontada. Barca did it! That PSG bottle job still goes hard, man. But still, Sergio Roberto wasn't trying to win his team the toughest league in the world, like my man Sergio Aguero. the last day of the 2011-12 Premier League season, and for Manchester City, the mission was simple. All they had to do was beat QPR at home, and they'd win the league for the first time in 46 years. But it kind of feels like the QPR dudes didn't read the script, because with less than 20 minutes to play, they were winning 2-1 and had City on the brink of pulling off a huge bottle job. To make it worse, City's rivals Manchester United were winning their game against Sunderland, meaning as it stood, the title was going to United. City knew they had to respond, so they grabbed the equalizer, but still needed one more. And with time running out, they threw everyone at it. And in the midst of all the chaos, one dude was cool enough to score the most clutch goal in Premier League history. Still gives me goosebumps just watching this one. What a moment. Actually, wait a moment. Hey, I've seen this one before. Aguero taking off his shift like that and going crazy? Cristiano Ronaldo was doing the same thing years later. In 2018, Real Madrid and Juventus faced in the Champions League round of 16 second leg, with Madrid holding the advantage. See, Madrid had beaten Juve 3-0 away, and now all they had to do was avoid losing by 3 goals or more, and they'd be through to the quarterfinals. But they somehow fumbled the bag and let a 3-goal lead slip. It was looking like the game was destined for extra time, until a moment of madness in the box made Juve concede a pen, and the Juve goalie Buffon lost it. Not because of the pen, but because this guy was going to take it. Soon as Ronaldo placed the ball in the spot, it was full pressure on. But it's Ronaldo, man. And seconds later, boom! He knocked Juve out and sent Madrid into the quarterfinals. In games like this, you'd most likely be expecting your striker to bag you clutch goals. But what if I told you that goalies can too? When Liverpool faced West Brom in the league in 2021, they had a lot riding on this match. Now, the Reds had somehow found a way to get their season back on track and start a push to qualify for the Champions League. But all of that was going to go to waste if they failed to beat West Brom. So when the match was tied at 1-1, heading into added time in the end, it looked like it was over, until Liverpool had one final attack. And because of how important it was, the goalie Alisson came to attack it. And nah, I'll just let you watch this one instead. Even if I wrote this script, I still won't be able to make this ending up. Damn! Imagine having a goalie that scores goals like this. Pretty sure any team in the world would want Alisson. Any team except Argentina, though, because their goalie won them the biggest competition in the world. The World Cup final, Argentina versus France, and the game was chaotic. At the end of extra time, the scores were tied at 3-3. And everyone had already started settling for penalties when France got one last chance. And it's almost as if the world froze, man. France's Kolo Muani was one-on-one with Emiliano Martinez, and all he had to do was score, and France would be champions. As he took the shot, some of his teammates thought he'd score. They even ran into the field. But Martinez had other ideas. What a save! This one kept Argentina in the competition, and they ended up winning it on penalties. Impressive! A lot can change in the final seconds of a huge game, man. But don't take it from me. Ask the Greek dudes, who got to witness a David Beckham special firsthand. In England's final World Cup qualification of 2001, they faced Greece at Old Trafford in a relaxed mood. They'd done all the work and just had to draw with Greece to book their spot in the World Cup next year. But you probably have guessed it by now, it didn't work out like that, because coming into the final minutes, Greece was winning 2-1, until David Beckham got a free kick just outside the area and sent England to the World Cup. Still, Beckham's stunning free kick has to come in at second, because at number 1, Lionel Messi broke his biggest rivals' hearts in the worst way possible. The 2016-17 El Clasico was more than just a match, because both teams were fighting for the title. Madrid knew if they won, they'd be clear and almost guarantee the league. And for Barca, only a win was going to cut it. So when the clock hit 90 minutes and the score was 2-2, the Madrid fans would have been okay with taking a point out of this one. But with seconds left to play, a classic Barca move ended in this guy breaking hearts again. Messi! Magic, man. I guess that's what subscribing to our channel does to you.